What's up, guys? How are we doing? Let me set this up. Oh, we are in. Hey, Rags. Hey. What's up, guys? How we doing? So today we're going to chat about the Dubai Run, week 3 of the training plan. So if you go to the DubaiRun.com, make sure you register. 3rd week of the training plan. It's 2 weeks to go, 27th of Feb. Get registered, get your friends and family involved. You will get a free t-shirt if you register. There may be a little bit of a delivery fee for that t-shirt, but you get your friends and family involved. Get your t-shirt, say you were there, say you're a part of one of the biggest events for this year's Dubai Fitness Challenge 2020, the Dubai Run. Get on it, get involved. What's up, people? Say hello. How's your day been? How's your weekend? People joining from not in the UAE. It is not, well, it's the weekend for you. It is the first day of the working week for us here. Sunday is a working day. So there's a knowledge bomb if you didn't know. But we're waiting for a special guest to join in any second now. But yes, that's why we're here. Talking about the Dubai Run coming up. Hopefully you guys have embraced day 17 of the Dubai Fitness Challenge, which is a massive incentive for the last 5 years. The Sports Council, the authorities, the royal family, enticing, engaging people to come and join the 30-30 challenge. 30 days, 30 minutes of activity, thousands and thousands of events, free events all over the city. Adidas runners, Adidas Mina are doing loads of things with Adidas Mina. Don't forget to tag Adidas Mina in that post-workout selfie on Instagram to be with a chance to win 1,000 dirhams worth of free kit every single day. Hey Hamid, how are you? What's up, guys? Hey Billy Highton. Crikey, that's a throwback. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope your family is well. Hamad, hope you're not getting too floods. I always watch your Instagram stories to see if it's flooded, if the rain is on the way. Hey Lindsay, how are you? How are we doing, guys? So hopefully you're good. I'll wait a couple of minutes. We may have connection issues. I may be a bit early with my intro. But yes, week 3, if you are following it for that 5K, if you're following the other coaches for the 2K, or you're following the other coaches for the 10K, whatever it may be, this year is different in many, many senses. This year is different for personal reasons. However your life has dealt with the pandemic, don't stress it too much. Take each day as it comes. Don't overthink it. Don't think too much. Just embrace it. Whether it's a 2K, a 5K or 10K, it is worthy. Just focus on it. Enjoy it. It is virtual this year, so you can do it wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want to. Obviously socially distance, but if it is with your family, get them involved. Get them involved, get them involved. Make it fun with the family. That is my main focus. I think my special guest has this request. Loves her basketball, loves embracing with her family and friends how to stay fit. So we're going to learn how she's getting on with the training.
Hi. Hi,
Good evening.
hi everyone.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I was just about to say happy weekend, but for a lot of the people that are joining, it's not the weekend anymore, is it?
Right, exactly.
So
But it has been a good weekend here in the UAE. The weather has been very nice and it's like very chill to do some outside activities. So how I see that your weekend has been busy. Ultra
my weekend is
marathons and
always busy.
50Ks.
I've got 2 little girls that keep me busy all the time.
Wow, that's so lovely. And I also saw that you do your long runs during the weekends, right? You do your long runs during the weekend.
Too long.
Too long. I agree.
But this is the thing with what I have coming, that's a short run, and that's the scary thing.
Wow. What are you planning
I just have to keep. I'm actually sitting on my treadmill now. This is where I'm living right now. All of my runs on the treadmill, trying to train up. So this is the thing. I wanted to get the treadmill in the summer when it was hot, and obviously with lockdown, it would have been perfect if we could get the treadmill. But alhamdulillah, we've got the treadmill now, but the weather is so nice.
Right.
Like, I need to train here, but I need to go outside as well. It's
exactly.
all the time.
Okay,
so.
sure. You can do your intervals at home, so you can work on the treadmill. But if you want to go for a long run, I think the weather now is very, very nice outside.
And
Yeah,
I love
and
waking up early. I love the sunrise and just starting my day, getting outside.
give me some of your energy, Lee, please. Give
It's
me some of
caffeine.
that.
It's
Give me.
coffee and caffeine. This is all it is. I'm sharing it, passing it in. So how's it for
That's
you?
good.
How do you, because this is the first time we've properly connected. So how's it been
Right.
for you and your family through obviously the pandemic that everyone's going through? How have you stayed?
Mhm. So of course I have it has been very difficult, of course, for us like anyone else, and especially changing our lifestyle from being super active family, doing a lot of things and activities outside, to actually just restraining ourselves home and not being able to do as much as we used to. But we tried to adjust by creating like kind of a routine inside the house in order for us to like at least feel that kind of structure of our daily
Yes.
lives, instead of just like living like without having any clue of what to do during the day. So we try to for sure have some active time during the day. Of course, I have an elderly mother, so of course I'm not allowed to have anyone over. So I depended mostly on gatherings online, meeting with my friends, talking to them through Zoom, or maybe sometimes.
Crazy.
I think my Instagram lives was like the most active during the lockdown because I
Oh,
used
I
to
think
connect with my
everyone, I
friends.
think everyone, their form of communication was Instagram lives and Zoom calls. It's just a
All the
different world
time.
now, isn't it?
All the time, correct. And I thankfully I was able to maintain like an active lifestyle, following up like an application for fitness. I attempted some runs in my room. I did a 3K and a 5K. I honestly, after the 5K, I felt
Nice.
dizzy, and I'm like, you know what, this is not for me. It's good that I attempted, but that's it. I think.
But that I think that's key. It's you can try it, and if it's not for you, it doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right,
You just have to
exactly.
try what suits you, and if it keeps you positive and happy, then no
Right.
one can ever say that that's wrong. So I know a
Yeah,
lot of people felt under pressure to do crazy things in lockdown,
so true.
and it made a lot of people overly stressed and very ill. But in the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things, if it works for you and keeps your family safe and you happy, that's all we need to worry about right now.
100%. Especially like, you know, there's a social pressure during the pandemic that everyone's like, you know, accomplishing so many things because there's such a free time. Honestly, for me, I did not have a spare moment for myself. Like
No.
in the morning, it was either at work because I was working remotely, but still I had work, and I was also studying for my master's. So I also
Wow.
was doing, yeah, and I graduated during the pandemic, the class of 2020.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And also, I did like some courses online. I also was taking care of the house. It was also during Ramadan, so you know how we set up like the table and we like cook our meals ahead of time.
Yeah.
And there is the fitness program that I was following. So honestly, I did not have any time to spare, and everyone was like, you know, excelling and doing so many amazing stuff during the time, and it was kind of like pressuring, especially like to see how
Yes.
everyone's accomplishing and doing so many things during their free time. But as you
Yeah.
mentioned, it's very important for you to understand that you don't have to look to what others are doing. You just have to really maintain your sanity during the lockdown, because let's be honest,
Yeah.
it was a very tough time mentally for everyone. And just, you know,
Yeah.
like take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, and take care of the loved ones, you know, the people around you. Be like appreciative of having the chance to actually connect with them on daily basis, to actually stay indoors and to actually have that connection with them.
But that's
And
it,
it
because
was
I
a
think
time to create memories. Yeah.
a lot of people found pleasure in the simple things that they overlooked
Right.
before they were in lockdown. And obviously, trying to entertain kids in Dubai when it's hot, you're always going to malls and theme parks and things like that. But essentially, kids just enjoy being kids and playing with toys. And once you understand that, and time spent together is as valuable as spending lots of money to enjoy a couple of hours doing an activity in a jungle gym somewhere.
Mhm.
It was just like I found a new love, and it sounds really stupid, a new love for my first coffee every morning.
Yes. No, no,
Like
it's
I
not super.
enjoy sitting
So
outside
true.
and just, especially with the weather, the first
Yeah.
cup of coffee during lockdown, it was just the most pleasurable thing. And
It's
before that, when you're so busy, it's you're running out the door with the coffee and you're in your car and you miss it and you don't remember you've had it.
right.
It's slowed down enough that you can actually embrace and enjoy the simpler things. And
100%.
I think a lot of people have maintained that attitude, even though we've been blessed enough with the authorities in Dubai that have excelled with our safety and everything. People have still gone, I'm in no rush. I don't need to do anything, because I've actually enjoyed being quite simple and slow, and just enjoyed family time, which is one main thing. And I bet you're the same, because have you got younger brothers and sisters?
I'm actually the youngest in the family, but I do look after my mom, so I understand how it is like being with the loved ones. It also taught us how to save money, to be honest.
100%.
The lockdown taught us how to save money. Like, I honestly thought it was impossible.
Because
But then,
again,
like,
you don't do things that you thought you would miss if you couldn't do them.
right.
Like,
It's
I
so
can't
true.
remember as a family the last time we went to a mall. But we've
Right.
enjoyed going to the desert as a family, doing more activities as a family, and staying fit and staying healthy. And again, it's come down to what is health and happiness. It's the mental side of it. If you can read a book, that's healthy.
That's
It
true.
doesn't have to be running super far distances and things like that. And that's a mindset many sports, because I know you play basketball. You love basketball, don't you?
Yes, true.
So before, do you play in a team, or do you just play with friends?
Yes, I play with the university team. It's at the American University in Dubai. But now we're in off season, as you know, after the pandemic. Since the start of COVID-19, we actually stopped like practicing as a team. So it was up to me to actually try to find a group of friends. We will organize ourselves to start playing outside the university. So I have a couple of groups. We do a couple of like practices and games during the week, and we started making it as a schedule. So it's like a Sunday, Wednesday kind of thing, and then with my family maybe on a Friday with my elder brothers. I have 5 elder brothers, by the way, Lee. 5
5.
elder brothers, 5, yeah, and a twin sister. We're a large
I've
family.
noticed the twin sister. See, it's only me. I have no brothers and sisters. I have obviously my
Oh
2
wow, that's
daughters, which are
very
best
different.
friends, but you
Uh-huh.
have 5 brothers and 1 twin.
Yes, 5.
Wow.
Yeah, yep. So we
Mashallah.
we do have our own basketball team.
True.
Yeah.
So are
And we
they
play.
all? Do they all live in Dubai? Are they all doing the Dubai Fitness
I have,
Challenge?
yeah, I have 4 of the brothers who live in Dubai and 1 in Jordan. But yeah, of course, like they're all married and they have their families as well. And as I mentioned, because during the pandemic, it was difficult to actually have them over, because mom is of
Yeah,
the
of course.
elderly
Yeah.
who are like more subjected to, like, for any misfortunes. So we
Yeah.
really wanted to restrain the gatherings and so on. I was able to see them, of course, like once a week, but of course the contacts were very limited. And yeah, thankfully I live with my family here, so I started understanding what it means to like really have those gatherings. Like sometimes before the pandemic, you was like, no, don't want to have this gathering. I want to go with my friends and stuff. But after
Yeah.
that, you start appreciating really the simplest things in life. Even cooking a meal at home rather than just ordering it
Yeah.
online. That's like a blessing, Which
But
now,
it's
after being back to like our kind of normal life, you're gonna get back sucked into the whole previous system, the pre-COVID, pre-lockdown. And it's very
yeah.
sad. Like I'm trying to, like, that, no, I want to go, the good things that I learned during the pandemic to stay with me. I want that
Yeah.
calm and like easygoing lifestyle rather than just rushing and doing a lot of things in
True.
one day.
Because
And here comes the
I think you
sport, by the
became
way.
more appreciative of time.
100%.
And whenever you had that chance to practice your basketball or do some activity or do some exercise or spend time with family, you were 100% present for all of that time that you were allowed to do so. And even more so now, you understand how valuable time is. So that time you have to exercise or be yourself or spend time on your own just to try and relax.
Right.
However you do that, it's so valuable now, and you understand that. But there's
100%.
also a case of there's other people that haven't quite grasped that yet, and it's a hard conversation to have, to say, no, this is my time,
Right.
or we're not going to waste this time, so stop messing around. So it's
Right.
these little things. But it's crazy how well Dubai has done through the pandemic. Yes, we've
I
had
agree.
ups and downs, but the fact that Dubai Fitness Challenge is happening, people are playing sport, people are out, we're allowed to. It's incredible.
Yeah,
And as
and
you
still
said, the
having all
weather,
those, still all having all those safety measures, like on grounds, their temperature checking, the having the masks on all the time, the sanitizer is
yeah,
everywhere. These things really facilitated like life, and trying to, like, a little bit go back to normal, not normal, but at least some kind of normal of us going out
yeah,
and actually exercising. And especially now with the sports events happening all around the city, so many activities to all kinds of like sports levels, all kinds of sports. There's basketball,
yeah,
there's also those running groups, there's the cycling, volleyball. There's also the Dubai World Trade Center that has the Dubai Sports World as well. There's the
crazy.
fitness villages. There's ones especially for ladies in Zabil Club. There are ones that are for everyone, like in
Yeah.
JLT. And yeah, so it's quite interesting, yeah, what's happening right now during the Dubai Fitness Challenge. And I noticed that people are extremely excited about it. Like, I don't think I've ever mentioned the Dubai Fitness Challenge and not received messages of people telling me, how can I register? How can I be part of this? So that's
Be-
exciting.
Because people want to be a part of it. People, they embrace the message that comes from the royal family here, His Highness. They embrace and they want to be a part of that messaging. They
Yeah.
understand that it's for the greater good. It's not about making money and profit. It's the profit comes from a healthier city, and they just want to embrace that and they want to be a part. They don't want to miss out
And
because
it's such a nice
it's such a
opportunity, yeah.
simple thing for people to do and get a part of and get their families involved. Now, but one question I have for you: without you being able to play basketball, did you try anything different? Did you try anything new to stay active, health and fitness? Did you do it? What did you do different?
I tried everything. I I bought so many equipments online, like my closet is like now suffering because of it. Like, I got some dumbbells, I got like the yoga mats, I got the skipping ropes, and it was like really interesting that the simplest things you can do at home, it would really cause you to, like, really feel like you've worked out. I really depended a lot on hit training, something that
Yeah.
you can easily do at home. Skipping ropes every day. As I mentioned, I tried running inside the house. So weird, such a weird experience. It was like
It is,
very
huh?
enlightening. Yeah, and like the mental strength that you need to possess in order to go for long distances in a small confined space is unbelievable. And I know some friends that did an entire marathon in their
Yep.
bedroom, and I'm like,
Yep.
how were they able to push through that mental barrier? I have no idea.
But this is what it comes down to. It's if you're mentally focused enough and your reason, I always say, if your reason why is big enough, is bigger than your reason to stop, you can do anything that you want to do.
100%.
And I've done some crazy things before, but if you was to tell me to run a marathon up and down my bedroom, no. But there's some very, very strong, determined people out there.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, a lot of people have come through this scenario thinking that they can just start where they finished, and they're too scared and too proud to say, I need to slow down and start again. Like, they assume that their fitness and their
Right.
endurance and health is going to be boom, straight back.
Right. Yeah.
Where, as much as this year has been bad, the learnings and the strengths and the gains that you have developed through this tough time,
Right.
come in 2021, 2022, you're going to see the positives of what 2020 gave you.
I'm sure.
Because we've all had to go through something so tough, whether it be personal, financial, or physically.
Yeah.
But again, the community that is Dubai, the UAE, it's just there to support everyone else,
Right.
sharing their success, pushing you to get through it.
Coach Lee,
Yes,
what was the hardest thing that for you when it came to, like, the physical activities and maintaining that state, or let's say your improvement or your level of strength during the pandemic? How challenging that was, and were you one of the people who, once the restrictions were lifted, you felt like you wanted to push where you left, or no, you were able to actually adapt and start?
yes and no. So going into it, like the first thing that's I'll always say is I'm a father and I'm a husband first. So my running over the years has evolved to be my my downtime, my stress relief, my meditation. So people read, people do yoga, running. The process and the purpose of running outweighs the success of my running, if that makes sense. So if I've had a bad day or I've got a busy day tomorrow, 20 minutes, sometimes my wife will send me for a run because you can see that I'm not happy.
Please, just go for a run.
Just go for a run. So for me to secure the health and happiness of the family, making sure my kids were learning and happy, I would just do some exercises outside, but not stress too much if I couldn't. And then I was blessed enough to have a garden, not a very big garden, and I ran up and down a few times. Me and my wife would run 2 kilometers, and that was enough for me to de-stress and then come back in, open my laptop and do some work. But then I got a little bit crazy and ran a marathon in my back garden, and then ran in dedication to the frontline workers to run 100 kilometers in my back garden on one of the days in March. That took me like 15 hours.
Wow.
So again, but some of that messaging wasn't necessarily, you have to do this, you have to challenge yourself this much. This was my idea. This was what I wanted to do, where a lot of people, if I said to them, do 10 minutes of exercise a day, and that will make a difference to you. And it's the same as the Dubai Run. If you're doing the 2K, the 5K, or the 10, there's no distance that's better than the other. If it serves a purpose to you and makes you feel better and gets you out of bed and makes you smile and you share it with friends, that's all that matters.
100%. And you always say you just have to
days I didn't want to get out of bed in the pandemic, and I would just lay with the cover like this
tucked all the way
and want to hide. And I knew these days would happen. My wife had the same. My girls were one day happy, the next day they were irritable and a bit upset.
Bored.
But when you have that good team around you, whether it's friends and family that understand you have your up and down days, that's when life's a bit simpler. But when you have to manage other people and the opinions of other people and the assumptions, and especially through social media, before the pandemic, we were saying, close your phones, close your laptops, be present, disappear. Pandemic, Zoom calls, Instagram Live, social media was this much. Right. And it's hard for people to disconnect. That's the only way they could talk to people. And it's scary.
100%. Yes, it is. It was scary. But I'm glad that the things are like, still maintaining their pace here in Dubai. We were able to still enjoy like some of the things that we were not able to during the lockdown, such as like 100%. Going for runs and being part of the fitness groups, and especially now during the Dubai Fitness Challenge with the free classes. That's amazing. Like there are free classes all around Dubai. So even if you are not able to afford the gym membership, or you don't have the time to commit to a gym membership, you can still be present and attend a Zumba class or attend like a boxing class, something like that you would enjoy, and you actually feel like you've accomplished something during the day. And that's something I really like about the morning runs, despite like I don't do it regularly. I know you are a fan of early runs. I'm not at all. I do all my runs at night. But when I do wake up in the morning and I go for a run, it's such a nice feeling that by 7, 8 a.m. you have already accomplished so many things 100%. And everyone's still they're asleep, and you're like, oh my God, I've already burnt 1,000 calories and everyone else is still asleep.
Your day is so much longer as well. But again,
so much longer.
For anyone that is listening, a lot of people will send me messages going, what's the best time to run? I love running in the morning. It starts my day. If my day is busy, or I need to help my daughters with homework and reading, and I can't do my run, then that's when I start to get a little bit stressed. If I get it out of the way before everyone wakes up. But you run in the evening because it's easier for you. Yeah. Everyone is individual. What works for you works for you. And if it makes you happy and smile and keeps you positive, never change it.
100%.
Because again, you can hear your friend's dad used to do it, and he says this, she says that, he says this, do that. And sometimes you just don't know what to do. Do what makes you happy. If it makes you smile, don't stop doing it.
100%.
Whatever you want to do.
100%. And also the commitment is different. If you are doing something that does not fit into your schedule, you will not be able to commit to it for the long run. So saying, I will have to wake up in the morning, but I already my life schedule requires me to sleep at night, then I will never be able to commit to the long run because it will make me more tired. It will make me more sleepy. It will make me uh, um, like I would hate it rather than enjoying it. It'll become as a task. Okay, I have to run now. Let's cross it off the table so I can go to my work.
Yeah.
So instead of actually doing that, try to fit it in a time slot where you feel like, okay, this is an empty slot always during my schedule during the week, and this is when you are able to actually commit to it, whether it was for basketball saying or any other kind of sports or anything that you really enjoy. If you really want to make it a habit or you want to commit to it for the long run, try to fit it in a place where it's suitable for your lifestyle. Similarly, I think when I wanted to go on this live and I had asked previously about questions for the trainer for you to ask, like I think most of the questions were, how do I start? How can I start running? How can I actually incorporate fitness into my schedule? And I think we just answered that we really need to just see your lifestyle and how things are going and try to fit it into a place where you feel you have the time for it, you will enjoy it, and you'll be able to commit to it. So I think you also have something to add to that.
Yeah, health and fitness is so simple, and it's far too easy to overcomplicate it. And the fitness right now, yes, it is important to stay fit if you play sport, if you do running to help your basketball or your football or your netball or your whatever sport you play. Fitness comes. Fitness is a process, but health is the purpose. And right now, health comes from mental health, the positivity that you've made it a part of your routine that fits your day, so you don't have to stress that you're going to be late to the next meeting because you've made time. Sometimes people try and put an hour run into 30 minutes and they rush, get injured, they don't do it properly, they're not happy, and they're always 2 steps behind instead of just going nice and easy on their schedule. But from a running perspective or just anything, if you're moving and you're doing something that fits your lifestyle, you will see a difference, but you have to be patient. Like with your how long have you been playing basketball?
I think for the past 10 years, let's say.
And do you still feel you can do better?
Always. You can always
Do
feel
you
you can do better.
enjoy learning to get better?
100%. 100%.
This is key. You enjoy the process. And
of course,
the way it is in Dubai, we have so many access to so many incredible things. People go, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm bored. I'm going to try this one tomorrow. I'm going to try this one. Try them all, but sometimes they don't do it for long enough to see the progress. And they expect it tomorrow. Like many people will say, oh, Lee, how can I run like
I'm
you?
one of those people, by the way. Like
yeah.
if I look,
if
I went on
I
a
have to tell
healthier
myself to
lifestyle.
stop. Yeah.
It's like I
Like
want
people
to
say
see
to me,
results
oh, how
tomorrow.
can I
I want
run
to be
like you?
faster tomorrow. Yeah.
How can I run like you? I'm like, I've been doing this for 25 years and I'm still not finished.
Yeah.
So every day is a school day. You're still learning. Tomorrow, I ran very far on Friday. The next day was very tough. But what do I look at? Is it in a good or a bad way? Some runs are easy, some runs are good. Some basketball games, the ball just feels amazing. Sometimes it feels like the heaviest thing in the world.
Accurate. So accurate. Yes. 100%.
And you just have to go,
it's how it is.
Halas, tomorrow's a new day. Simple.
Yeah, that's
It's these
the
things.
frustrating part. The thinking about it. Just don't think about it. Just tomorrow's a new day. You have to go out there and hustle again and just work out and forget what's happening. And you're only competing with yourself today. You're not competing with anyone else. That's also important to know. There are, by the way, Lee, 2 questions. There's someone here called Ubi. He says, I can't control my breath while running. There's any way to control my breath, please? I can run without stopping 7 kilometers slowly. If I make speed, I can't. If there is a simple way to control my breath.
Well, Ubi, if it is pronounced correct, 7K is still very good.
Yes.
Still very good. But from a breathing
Yeah, we had a problem with the connection. No worries. Yeah, there's a problem with the connection, I feel. I'm not able to hear your voice, Lee.